Alright guys, just wanted to make a quick guide before I start doing the playthrough through M+. Season is coming out tomorrow. We are 23rd of March. Um, Basically, what's expected of you as like a new player, most people would say probably to at least know the wallhead rotation. So if you ever have to start learning a new class, just go straight to Wowhead. You can get through the website, look for your class. So in my case, I'm leveling currently a rogue. Subtlety right now seems like it's the best. Let me check Warcraft logs, um, which gives you kind of the meta right now. If I go through statistics for the raid, I can see that Subtlety Rogue is the best performing spec for Rogue so far. So going back to Rogue, I go to Subtlety Rogue and I just straight up copy Mythic Plus talent. They say which one is the best. You can also check Icy Vein and go through WoW, look for your class, Subtlety, and then talents. And just try to find which one is the better. So this one's for Mythic AoE. And export it. And then go back in game. Open your talent, import, copy the code. And I would say Mythic Plus and Plus, and from where I got it. So receiving. And I would import it. I'm currently leveling a rogue, which I think is the best option to learning a new class. Since you don't really have everything to learn all at once, you kind of get everything from the class slowly building up. And I would suggest like following the talent build as you level up to make sure you get everything. I will try to get the last part of the, what is this, subclass, I'd say. Alright, and so now to start learning the rotation, once again I'd go back to whatever website I'm using, either Wowhead or Icy Vein. They have a rotation page, and then you just kind of click on what you have and if any of these applies. Most of the time they already know what you are using, so let's say I just click Trickster, you kind of change the talents that I'm going to use and the logic behind it. So if you think that this one is too complicated, go back to the Wowhead page and see which one is different and which one is easier for you to learn. So if I go to single target, this one to me seems like the most straightforward, so I might go with this one. There's also an easy mode, which gives you a simple talent to follow. Most of the time they are simpler, but also have lower DPS ceiling. So if you want to just learn the basics of your spec and not learn how to do it at the max efficiency, which is most likely not needed in lower keys, you can just get here and try to get the simple build. I don't think Wowhead has this. They have a base extension section. Looks like a simpler version too. No, this is just like the straightforward cookie cutter, sorry. So, basically, if you want a simple rotation, you can go to Icy Vein. They have an easy mode you can get to. Otherwise, it's kind of expected from you to go to like a Wowhead or Icy Vein build and learn which one of these two you want to use for your M+ grind. And what I would do to learn, what I personally do while leveling, I do dungeons. And whenever I'm in queue, I just go and read. So I go back to Wowhead, and then I go and read the rotation. Most of the time in dungeons, you're doing AoE, so let's go and check AoE, right? So there's 3 different phases. Rogue is kind of a hard one to learn, I would say, because because most of the time classes kind of follow a similar logic. Most of the time they go with kind of like longer CDs, attacks that do a lot of damage. They have a spender and a builder. So most of the time you kind of build up something and then spend it. So like in the case of a rogue, I don't know which training dummy is good to use here, but I have these are like builder fillers. So this is my single target builder and my AoE builder, right? So, and then I have my spenders. So I have Eviscerate, which is kind of the basic single target that does single target damage, and I have Black Powder that does AoE. So if I'm doing single target, I'm gonna do backstab to build up my combo points and use Eviscerate to spend it. I build up, I spend. I build, I spend. That's kind of the basics of kind of every class. And if I do AoE, same thing. I use my Shuriken Storm, Builder, and Black Powder, Spender, and go back and forth. So most of the class follow this type of logic, and then like I said, you have like cooldowns that have higher priority. In the case I would say Secret Techniques is just one of them. So anytime Secret Techniques is up, I will be pressing Secret Techniques because it has a 22-second cooldown. So I want this to be as much as possible into cooldown. So if I'm in AoE, I do Shuriken Storm. If my Secret Technique is not up, then I do Black Powder. I'm still in AoE, etc. Now I kind of try to follow this basic logic. So I will do like a simple run, just doing just this and see how it goes. So for any class, I would do the same thing. I would just go ahead, start with basic builder, spender logic, and see how far I can. So builder, spender. Alright, first problem I'm already seeing, like I'm out of energy, so I'm most likely doing something wrong. Every class has something called a cooldown. So the case for Rogue, it's Shadow Dance. This has a high cooldown. In the case of a rogue, it's pretty short, it's 20 seconds. So I'll try to fit it in just to get more energy. So I'm using it right now. I'm learning energy, then I use it. I see that whenever I use it, I can cast way more spells. So I'm really happy when I do it. Oh, I'm stuck, I'll use it again. I'll just keep doing my rotation. My Secret Technique is up. I'm dead. If I look at the meter, I'm doing good DPS, but don't get fooled. This is old alt I had that is pretty well geared. I'm still dying though. But I'm not doing anything secret, like just building up, spending. Out of mana, energy, sorry. I use Shadow Dance. I do this until they all die. Out of mana, Shadow Dance. I don't know what any of my spell does, I just know the basic logic, right? There's not many targets, so I do single target instead. Eviscerate is now my spender. That's kind of the basics, so I'm just trying to like learn the basic, get a feel for the class. I feel like I'm getting starved a lot. Shadow Dance is up, so I used it. Secret Technique, sorry I meant. And sometimes I get this coup de grace instead of my Eviscerate, so I don't know what where that comes from. But it's different, so it's most likely good. Alright, so that looks like AoE, so I'm doing my AoE builder. I'm out of mana, I'm using Secret Techniques. Just to be sure, I'll just use... I put Shadow Blade on a different button and Shadow Dance here. So I have this other cooldown over here, which is Shadow Blades. I'll try to use this also. Like, this is a boss, so most likely I'll want to use it. Right. So now we can see that, like, just using basic rotation doesn't do everything, right? Because, like, right now I'm doing like 45. It's pretty low damage. So game is more than just doing your DPS. It's about paying attention to the game, right? And now I see ads. I'll just go and hit the ads. Low on mana, so I use the Shadow Blade. I don't know where it goes back to this. I'm just trying to use... I don't know if it's a UI bug or something. Shadow Dance. Alright, let's try this. Oh, I think I understand. Alright. I'll explain this. Basically, it's just whenever you play a rogue and you go stealth, your bar changes to a stealth version of your bar, and I made a duplicate for both of them. So whenever I go and use Shadow Dance, it puts me into the stealth bar, and this stealth bar doesn't have Shadow Dance. So I don't know if this is still good, but apparently it is. So I'm still doing the best damage right now. We have a DPS that got knocked out of the dungeon, apparently, and the tank pulled the boss. Out of mana, I'm gonna use Shadow Dance. By the way, this is not like a very good rotation. Like, I'm always mana starved, I'm doing stuff inefficiently. But also, my talent isn't filled up yet because I'm not max level. So I'm doing the best I can with the knowledge that I had. I had the time to learn during the queue for the dungeon. I see AoE, I still do the AoE rotation, builder, spender, builder, spender. Keeping my secret techniques on cooldown. Whenever I feel like I'm low, I use Shadow Dance. I'm still on a boss, I'm gonna use Shadow Blades. I see that he has a shield, and I know now that this is it's not good to keep attacking him while he has that. Keep him coming. So I have my secret technique. There's not many targets in AoE, so I'll do single target here. I'm out of mana. I'm gonna use Shadow Dance. Builder, spender. Builder, spender, builder. So my combo points aren't full. I'm gonna spend it to the max or almost. I killed it. As the mage left because we killed the first boss. Should probably take the quest.
Are you here to help? My zeal to get back in business led to faulty reasoning.
Probably good XP. 25k I need. 72. Yeah, it's like a third of a level. It's pretty good. Alright, so running AoE spender. AoE. Oh, my secret technique is up. That's all I'm doing for now. My rogue won't be ready for the start of the season, but most likely I'll start playing it maybe in the videos later. Even though it's not doing too hot, I think, DPS wise. Maybe in M+ it's different. Mana is low, I use Shadow Dance. Using secret techniques on cooldown. This looks like AoE, mana is low. Use Shadow Dance. So it's like it's better for me to go single target with 2 targets. Usually AoE is for 3 targets and plus. Oh, I kicked. It's maybe too much. Well, I'm in the combat, I can't use my level up. Out of mana, so I'm using Shadow Dance. I'm gonna use Shadow Blade. I think I have a bit of time before I get to a boss. I saw a spell I could kick, so I just kicked it. Secret technique is back up. This is kind of why I said to mostly learn the AoE more than the single target, because most of the time in dungeon you'll spend it doing AoE, so just turning you back and forth throughout builder and spender. It's kind of the most DPS efficient things you can learn about your class, I guess. I'm low in mana, so I'm gonna use Shadow Dance. Secret technique is up. This looks like a huge group, so I'll spend my Shadow Blade too. I'll invest. I want my mana back, my energy back. So I use Shadow Dance there to make sure I can profit as much as possible from my Shadow Blade. Single target now. Now I did a mistake I didn't want, so my secret technique was up and I used Eviscerate. That was inefficient. And I'm trying to build a good habit, and I know that secret technique is higher DPS, so I should pay more attention to that. Secret technique is up. It's a single target, so I'm using backstab instead of AoE. Spender. Oh, it's the AoE, so I switch. There's ads now. Secret technique is up, I didn't forget about that. I'm not full in combo points, so I'll build up on that. Still not full. Now I'm full. Out of energy, so I'll use Shadow Dance. Secret technique is up. And this is all I'm paying attention to. That's it. I didn't do top DPS, I don't care. I'm doing more than decent. You know, doing more than the tank is kind of the first goal. You're playing a role, so doing your part. Ah, mistake I did too here. I used Eviscerate and AoE. I should be doing Black Powder. 2 targets. I should be doing a single target. Using my stealth because it gives me a bit of movement speed, I think. Yeah, 20%. And AoE. Secret technique, Black Powder, Shuriken, Black Powder. Back and forth. Low mana, doing Shadow Dance. I'm gonna use my Shadow Blade. I see that it's up. Seems like a good group to use it. I don't even know what it does. It's 1 minute and 50 cooldown that does damage, so I want to use it. That's all I think about. Secret Technique back up. It does it 2 targets, so I swap 2 single targets, these 2 spells. Sure can. Black Powder. That's all I'm paying attention. Also, kind of lying, but I'm kind of like just trying to stay away of AoEs on the ground, right? I've been doing it from the start. As a melee, the advantage that you have is that you can move while attacking, which casters can't do. So use this to your advantage to stay on the target as much as possible and keep your uptime as high as possible. Because DPS is damage per second, right? So every second you spend not on a target is 0 DPS. And this hurts your damage over time and your efficiency through dungeons. So like next time I'm too far and I can hit, like I'm here. There's no way for me to hit the target from here, so if I'm dodging abilities and going really far, then I'm losing DPS. And also make sure you're in front. You're looking at your target. Like if I'm like this, I'm not doing melee attacks on my target. I'm hitting them with my abilities, but that's it. I'm not doing melee attacks, and that's important for me. So always make sure to be in front of your target, looking at it. And you see right now, I see a target. Worst case scenario is I get hit, and you see when you're stunned, you're not doing damage. So I would rather not get hit by abilities whenever it's possible. Also in the future, like in higher keys, some spells that are dodgeable can just straight up one-shot you, so want to get into the habit of dodging most of the time. Still want to show like an example of like over dodging, I would say. So try to see if I can get into an AoE. So let's say I see this bar and I'm like, oh, I really don't want to get hit by that, so I'll stay away. See, I growed a bunch of ads. I see this, just make sure to dodge. All this time I'm not DPSing, but I'm also not taking damage, right? With kind of showing skill expression is learning how to dodge and stay in range. So see, I'm dodging, but I'm always trying to turn around my target. Now there's no way for me to dodge like a circle like this and still be in range without getting hit. So sometimes for these moments, it's about creating as much time as you can inside of it. Inside the AoE. So if you can stay like 1 or 2 seconds before starting to run, or like using a dodge or a dash, depending on the class, then you want to grade it as much as possible. But first and foremost, you really don't want to get hit. I'm low in mana, so I'm gonna use my CDs. It's a boss. I'm using Shadow Blades. It's pushing me, but I'm also really... So I can move while he's pushing me. It doesn't affect me at all. See, the fight has mounts, and I'm kind of wondering, would there be a reason for me to use that? Still not sure. So I'm low in energy, so I'm using Shadow Dance. I see a lot of ads, so I'll do AoE here. Sure can, Black Powder. I had a secret technique there that I didn't use. And let's just look at the damage just by
We
curiosity.
should use them to make a beeline to Goldie's office. Come back to the taps to use them.
Secret techniques. Oh, I wish there was more data on it, but like this is like one cast I think or two, and I've been spamming these spells a lot. So like in the few times I've used the spell, it says done like 7%, like as much as my shuriken.
You take out my bomb man, my prototype, and my beekeeper. And now you're riding my bees like some nature-loving weirdo? I guess I'm gonna have to show you and your rock-headed friend who's boss!
In that case, I have kind of knowledge of this boss that I know that he does, like whenever we kill one of the target, it heals all of them. So I'll just show it here. I'm low on mana, so I'm using LCDs. So I'm doing it. Oh, all the damage I've done just got wasted because they all healed. So what's the better option here? There's two logic to this. So depending on the class, sometimes it's called funneling. Funneling. So like a funnel starts large and then goes small, right? So if I want to funnel on a target, it means I'm gonna use AoE builder to build this faster, my combo points, but I'm gonna spend on single target. Didn't really have much time to show it there, but that's kind of the concept of it. So I would do Shuriken Storm to build up fast my combo points, but spend it on Eviscerate, which is a single target. So all the big damage from the spender goes into a single target. Sometimes you kind of have to like check the difference on whether or not it's worth it. Like maybe you don't funnel for 2 targets, but for 3 you would, or 4, etc. Mana's low, using ants, and I'm just dodging abilities and trying to stay in range. I see this is coming my way, so I'm dodging. I know that these, when they explode, they do these lines. Kind of felt it from seeing the other barrels explode. Using my CDs because I'm low in CD. Using single target rotation, builder, spender. Oh no, he's gone, so I'm following. Is there any reason for me to move? I don't see any. I'm low on energy. Builder, spender, and it's done. Alright, so I already got to level 80 from this dungeon. I am going to go back up. I forgot to turn in the quest. I don't know if it's still good XP or not. No, 2k. From 25k to 2k.
Oh, thank the hive. It was a grave error listening
This
to
is
Goldie.
very slow.
But because
Just
of
for
you,
2k
I can
XP.
hire back my workers and get
Gotta
back
take
in
the
business.
thing that sells the
Thanks
most.
again.
I leave group. And so what I would do next, same thing. Maybe you don't have to do it through all Dragonfly. Sorry, Midnight. I don't have the eye levels, so most likely I'll have to do like some quest to start off and get the 100 eye level average, and then I could do like the same technique. But go back and forth and like look at like, okay, this is how I played through this dungeon. What could I improve, right? So like, I felt like I kind of used Shadow Dance randomly. So when should I be using Shadow Dance? So look at cooldowns here. They say Shadow Dance only if I have 6 more points, and when Secret Technique is ready for sorry, I have my cat that just laid on the keyboard. So if I have 6 or more combo points, or during Shadow Blaze. So, and then it says cast Shadow Blaze if you have Shadow Dance ready. Alright. I can at least just start using Shadow Dance properly, so I always want to use it when Secret Technique is up. And maybe I'll focus on this on the next dungeon run. And here I'll say my logic kind of is the same. How can I use my cooldowns better? Oh, Shadow Dance with Secret Technique also in single target. So it's kind of the same thing for single target in AoE, right? Shadow Blade is kind of interesting. So I have to find when this will fit, but this is kind of too much. So let's stick with this for the next run. You kind of go back and forth. So do a run, look at Wowhead, like study during the queue. If you play another role like tank or healer, you're most likely gonna have like a longer queue. But like, let's just do this as a example. But so I would keep reading and be like, oh, okay, this is our use. Oh, see, like I'm in AoE priority, and I see coup de grace, which is like the updated version of Eviscerate, is actually good in AoE. So I use it during Shadow Dance, and when I'm outside of it, I also use it. It's better than Black Powder, but it's worse than Secret Technique. And interestingly enough, Secret Technique is not in outside of Shadow Dance. So when they say cast Shadow Dance, if you have Secret Technique up, I mean, you really want to use it under Shadow Dance. You don't want to use it outside of it. So I'm gonna make sure I use Shadow Dance every single time I have Secret Techniques. Also, you can help yourself do it better. So what I had at first was, this is the wrong window, is macros. So I have a bunch here, but these are not important, but most importantly is this one. So I called it one shot. So there's two types of CDs in WoW. First one is, I would say like just standard like GCD ability. So what is GCD? It's global cooldowns. So whenever I cast something, you can see there's like a loading, right? The black bar that spins. This is the global cooldown, so it's shared through all abilities. So whenever I do this, every single ability is on cooldown, and it's secret technique. This 22 second is not a GCD. It's just a cooldown, so it's a 22 second cooldown. But when I use it, puts everything else on a GCD, so it stops us from like spamming 4 like right now. I wish I could click it more, but I can't. But you can see on my bars, some of them don't get affected by it, so some of them are. Most interestingly is Shadow Blades and Shadow Dance. So technically, during the GCD, like between cast, I can press Shuriken and then use it in between, right? So I used it while everything was on CD, and same thing for Shadow Blades, right? So whenever you put many abilities in a macro, it's really important that you don't put multiple abilities that are in GCD. Because I said I put Shuriken Storm and Black Powder. That won't work. It's gonna try to cast Shuriken form every time, and Black Powder will never cast. Because it's gonna try to cast Shuriken Storm first, and if it works, it's gonna go on GCD, and Black Powder won't be able to be casted, right? So that doesn't work. And let's say I say, oh, I'm gonna put Secret Technique. It's a 22 second cooldown. That doesn't work either. Like, I think it's just macro-wise, they made it so that you can't put multiple abilities that are on GCD on the same macro. So that just doesn't work. What does work is having multiple that are off GCDs, or some that are off GCDs, but with one ability that is on CD. So if I want to make my life super simple right now, I've read on Wowhead that I'm supposed to always use Shadow Dance when Secret Technique is ready. And I'm supposed to use it as a priority when I have it. And I have 6 more combo points. So what I would like to have is an ability where a button, a macro, I can build up my skill points, and then it would do Shadow Dance, Shadow Blade, and Secret Technique all at once. Let's try that. So, basic of macros, you always put show tooltip. What does that do? Is like, let's see, this one, say I remove, let's say I just put Shadow Blade. Cast Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade is an ability that I know that works. Oh, it works without it now. That's interesting. Alright, so just put the spell you want then. Let's see. Okay, so that's the difference. So you see the tooltip. I don't know if you can. Oh, I didn't change this. If I put in the macro. Oh, I see what happens. Alright, if you put in the macros the ability, it's gonna change the icon for the right one, right? But whenever you mouse over it, it's gonna just show the name of the macro at the bottom right, next to the eye for the dungeon finder. So if I wanted to actually show the ability, I need to put right beforehand hashtag show tilt up like this, and then it's gonna show the ability of Shadow Blades. So what did I want? This is an old, really old macro. So what I said is I wanted to have Shadow Blade, Shadow Dance, and finally I want to cast Secret Technique. And if you don't want to like copy everything, just go here, shift click the name and save it. And also, like, let's say, make sure the order is good too, right? Because if I put Secret Technique at first, it's gonna first cast Secret Techniques and then buff it. So Secret Technique won't have the effects of Shadow Blade and Shadow Dance if it's before, so the order is important. But let's say I don't want to show Shadow Blades, the tooltip, I'm gonna put it here. Then as you can see, Secret Technique is showed, but it's cast last. So I'm gonna take this and put it as my button for Secret Technique. So it's named OS for one shot. I'm gonna do an old dungeon, it's not gonna give me good loot, but just to show the difference already. So now it's easier for me because I don't have to manage my energy like I had to. I would be like, oh, I'm out of energy, so I'm gonna use Shadow Dance because I know it makes it easier for some reason. I didn't read the ability, I don't know what it does. I just thought I'd do it and see if it works. And it ended up working, right?
Each of his lieutenants bolsters his
So I'm just gonna do a few pulls and
Draw them
try to
away
show
and
the
defeat
difference, and then probably call the video because it's getting late over here. I want to try to stall for a better pull, like try to be there for the start of it. So I'm running, building up to 6. I'm at 6. One shot. I just pressed 1 and it used. As you can see the buff, Shadow Blade is up. I can see Shadow Dance, but it's just because it's too short. So I'm gonna wait. Install. My one shot is ready. I'm waiting for Midnight to have enough. Now I know that coup de grace is good in AoE, so I'm gonna use this instead. And that's it. So I just upgraded my rotation now. I'm getting better at it. And I think you should do it while leveling, or if you're already max, do it like in normal heroic dungeons. And whenever you feel confident, just go in Mythic Zeros or Mythic +2, depending on. I mean, by that point, whenever this video is going to be released, Season 1 is going to be out, so just do it in +2s. That would be my advice. single target, I still swap back to backstab. Right, so one mistake I did, I used Shuriken Storm while I was full combo points. And it's just like drilling your rotation, trying to min-max and try to make less and less error over time. It's just important that whenever you play, you pay attention to these and you're like, oh, okay. So I messed up there because I didn't use my spender when I was full. Right? This is like catching yourself every time you do a mistake. Just gonna try to do one in single target maybe. So one shot, then I go to my backstab, which is now Shadow Strike for some reason. I don't know what that does. It seems good. That's red. And there you go. I'm most likely gonna quit this dungeon. I just wanted to show like the new macro and like how to iterate and try to learn your rotation in like a more gradual way. Be like someone flaming you in a dungeon run. I have aggro right now. Aggro. My one shot is coming up. Spending. Building. Spending. Spending. And that's it. See, I'm doing top of the meter right now. While tanking. I'm out of the AoE. So right now I had coup de grace up and I didn't use it. So a mistake I just did. I'm building up to 6 point. I'm not using one shot without it. One shot is up. I'll use it. I spend everything. Still top of the meter. Just like this small adjustment I did. Alright, that's it. So now I would do the same thing. Go back to Wellhead. And see what I can improve. So if I see that like Shadowblade is like use basically on cooldown from what I understand. So maybe using Shadowblade in the macro isn't a good option. And apparently I'm supposed to use Vanish. So there's a bunch of like fine-tuning. Like every time you're in the game, you're like, it feels like I should be doing something right now, but I'm not. Or I'm out of energy all the time. How can I fix this? Like just go back and search for the information. Back and forth. Go into a dungeon, see what goes wrong, what goes right. Go back to the guide and compare. This is kind of the first step, at least. Like whenever what's like expected from you, like how you should be playing during an M+, what people would be expecting from you. This is kind of the go-to. Can go and check with difference from Icy Vein and Wallhead and see which one makes the more sense. At some point you can even challenge them, be like, all right, if one is different than the other, which one is actually better? Yeah, so that's basically it for this video. How to start learning a rotation. I suggest doing it while leveling, either to midnight or like from 1 to until you reach midnight. I think dungeons is the best way to like kind of really get a feel of your class and getting it like step by step, one talent points at a time, kind of helps you build up good habits over time as you level it up and makes you way better once you reach max level, that's for sure. Make sure to read every single part of it if you can. Like during queues, you have nothing to lose. You're just waiting for the queue to pop, so just go on there and look at what you should do next run. So it's not a loss of time or anything. All right. Good luck with this. I'm most likely gonna start posting M+ runs in the next few days. Yep, that's it. All right. Thank you.